Hello viewers, I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Misra, welcoming you all to my YouTube channel Computer the Way of Life. Hope this video will find well with you and your family members. This video is an effort to give you an idea about transmission media and their role in data communication. Friends, we the human being are living in a digital world, and to meet our daily requirements have to depend on computer and other telecommunication devices. These devices are transmitting data through devices and using signals, that is encoding of data in its suitable form during transmission. These signals are transmitted in the form of electromagnetic energy which is propagated, that is termed as signaling, through transmission media. Electronic magnetic energy is a combination of electric and magnetic fields vibrating in relation to each other, which includes radio waves, infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, and X-ray cosmic ray. Each of these constitute a portion of its electromagnetic spectrum. In the adjacent diagram, we can observe there are two persons, that is sender and receiver, at two different locations, and they want to share their ideas and views. For this, they may use different electronic gadgets as per their requirement, which is operational at the physical layer of the open system interconnection model. But for communication, they have to use transmission media that may vary in properties, that is bandwidth, delay, cost, ease of installation, and maintenance as per their convenience. Now it's a time to discuss transmission media in details. In network, transmission media is a communication channel or path that carries the information from the sender, that is transmitter, to the receiver. Its main functionality is to carry the information in the form of bits, that is also known as signals, from source to destination. In other words, we can say transmission media is anything that carry information from sender to receiver. In computer networking, data is transmitted through the electromagnetic signals, and for that different types of media are used. Different transmission media is using different forms to transmit data, such as copper-based network transmit bits in form of electrical signals, fiber-based network transmit bits in form of light pulses. Transmission media plays a vital role during transmission process. It belongs to layer 0 of OSM model, as it locates below the physical layer, that is layer 1 of OSM model, and are directly controlled by the physical layer. Friends, to have a better idea, we must have to know that what are the different factors that is affecting transmission media. Transmission media is affected by different factors such as medium used, that may be copper or fiber based, type and strength of signal, distance covered, bandwidth. In case of this, we can say greater the bandwidth, higher the rate. Then transmission impairment. It refers transmitted signal is not identical to the received signal. And interference. This is the process of disrupting a signal when it travels over a communication medium by adding some unwanted signal. The quality of data transmission medium also varies in their properties like bandwidth, delay, cost, ease of installation, and maintenance. Here the basic cause of transmission impairment is attenuation, distortion, and noise. Attenuation refers the loss of energy during transmission. Distortion refers the change in shape of signal due to different frequencies as they have their own propagation speed, and noise refers any unwanted signal that is added up during transmission. Hence, while designing and selecting a transmission medium, we have to focus on the points mentioned. Now, it's a time to discuss different classifications of transmission media. Transmission media varies in their properties. Basing on the common properties, transmission media can be broadly classified under three heads. Number 1, guided media. Number 2, unguided media. And number 3, exotic media. Commonly used guided media are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable and Ethernet cable. Whereas under unguided media, we will focus on radio waves, microwaves, infrared, Bluetooth and a satellite link. First, we will discuss about guided media. Guided media is also known as wired media. In this, there is a dedicated path or media which is directed and contained by the physical limits of the medium. It provides a conduit from one device to another. It is also known as bounded media. Commonly used guided media are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable and Ethernet cable. In subsequent slides, we will discuss one after another in details. A twisted pair cable is a physical media made up of a pair of insulated conductors twisted together. In this, one wire is used to carry signals to the receiver, whereas other is used for ground reference. The receiver uses the difference between the two. In this, if two wires are parallel to each other, then the effect will be different because they are at different locations. This is minimized by twisting the pair of cables together. It is easy to install and light-weighted but affected by noise. Here, degree of noise interference is determined by the number of turns per foot. Higher the number of turns per foot decreases noise interference. The diagram attached will provide a pictorial view of twisted pair cable. In this, we can observe there are two pairs of insulated cables twisted together and placed within a jacket that protect them from making harm. Twisted pair cable is further subdivided as unshielded twisted pair cable and shielded twisted pair cable. In case of unshielded twisted pair cable, there is no metal foil or braided mesh covering in each pair of insulated conductors. It is cheap, easy to install and widely used in telecommunication and high-speed local area network, but used for shorter distance communication due to attenuation. There are several categories of untwisted pair cable, starting with category 0 as lowest and category 7 as the highest. This categorization is done by Electronic Industries Association that determines the quality and their field of application. Whereas in case of shielded twisted pair cable, there is a metal foil or braided mesh covering in between each pair of insulated conductors, which improves the quality of cable by preventing the penetration of noise or crosstalk. We can have a diagrammatic representation of unshielded twisted pair cable and shielded twisted pair cable. Next, we will discuss about coaxial cable. Coaxial cable is also a guided media. It gets its name as because there are two conductors running parallel to each other. Coaxial cable carries signals of high frequencies because it has a central core conductor of solid or standard wire, mainly made of copper, enclosed in a insulating sheath, which in turn enclosed in an outer conductor of metal foil or braided outer layer. This outer metallic wrapping shapes it against noise and behaves as a second conductor which completes the circuit. The braided outer surface is again enclosed in an insulating sheath and finally protected by a plastic cover. It overcomes the limitations of twisted pair cable, that is, the number of users, distance and speed in case of coaxial cable increases, but comparatively expensive and any fault in the cable causes the failure in the entire network. It is widely used in cable TV, analog and digital network and the traditional Ethernet local area network. The adjacent diagram will provide a clear picture and design of a coaxial cable. Coaxial cable can be further subdivided as baseband transmission and broadband transmission. Baseband transmission is defined as the process of transmitting a single signal at a high speed, whereas broadband transmission is the process of transmitting multiple signals simultaneously. Coaxial cables are categorized by their radio governance rating. Here, each RG number denotes a unique set of physical specifications, including the wire gauge, the thickness and type of inner insulator, including the construction of the shield, the size and type of outer casing. To connect coaxial cables, we use coaxial connectors. The commonly used coaxial connectors is BNC, that is bayonet nail concealment. The following table defines the RG rating, that is categorized under three headings: category, impedance and use. First category is RG59. Its impedance is 75 ohm and it is specifically used for cable TV, whereas RG59 impedance is 500 ohms and it is used in thin Ethernet, and RG11 is the third category, which has impedance of 50 ohms and it is thick. Next guided media is fiber optic cable. A fiber optic cable is made of glass or plastic and transmits signals in the form of light. As we know, light travels in a straight line through a single uniform substance, but when it enters a substance of different density, it bends towards or deviates from its normal. Optical fiber use reflection to guide light through a channel. In this, a glass or plastic core is surrounded by a cladding of less dense glass or plastic. Here the difference in density of two materials is designed in such that a beam of light moving through the core is reflected off the cladding instead of beam reflected into it. Fiber optic cables are light-weighted, resistance to corrosive material, greater immunity to tapping and electromagnetic interference, having higher bandwidth and less signal attenuation, but at the same time it is costly in terms of installation and maintenance and using unidirectional light propagation. It is widely used for long distance communication, having transmission rate of 1600 Gbps. In the adjacent diagrams, we can observe the structure and working of fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable support two modes, that is multi-mode and single mode, for propagating along optical channels, and each require different physical characteristics. Optical fibers are categorized by the ratio of diameter of their core to the diameter of their cladding, both expressed in micrometers. The following table explains their types, which is categorized under four heads: type, core, cladding and mode. First category is 50/125, that is, its core is 50 whereas its cladding is 125 and it supports multi-mode transmission, whereas second category is 62.5/125, that is, its core is 62.5 and its cladding is 125. It also supports multi-mode. Then 100/125, so its core is 100 and its cladding is 125. It also supports multi-mode. And finally 7/125, that means core is 70 and cladding is 125 and it also supports single mode. Next guided media is Ethernet cable. Ethernet is used to connect more computers placed locally, that is in the form of local area network. It was developed by Robert Metcalfe and David Box in the year of 1970. It provides a reliable connection with consistency, better speed and lower latency. Ethernet divides a stream of data into shorter pieces called frames and keeps both the source and destination addresses. Basing on the data transmission rate, Ethernet has four generations: standard Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabyte Ethernet and 10 gigabyte Ethernet. In case of standard Ethernet, its transmission speed is 10 Mbps, whereas in case of fast Ethernet, it is 100 Mbps. In case of gigabyte Ethernet, it is 1 Gbps, whereas in case of 10 gigabyte Ethernet, it is 10 Gbps, that is gigabits per second. After guided media, it's a time to discuss about unguided media. Unguided media is also known as wireless communication media. It transports electronic waves without using a physical conductor or medium. In this, signals are normally broadcast through free space and are available to anyone who has a device to receive them. Unguided signals can travel from source to destination in several ways, such as ground propagation, sky propagation, and light of sight propagation. In case of ground propagation, radio waves travel through the lowest portion of the atmosphere, hugging the earth. In case of sky propagation, the higher frequency radio waves radiate upward into the ionosphere, where they are reflected back to earth. This allows to cover greater distance with less output power, whereas line of sight propagation has very high frequency signals and transmitted in straight lines directly from one antenna to another. Here the antennas must be directional, facing each other, and either tall enough or close enough together not to be affected by curvature of the earth. Commonly used unguided media are radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves, Bluetooth, and satellite links. Under unguided media, first we will discuss about radio waves. Radio waves are electromagnetic waves ranging in frequencies between 3 kHz to 1 GHz. These waves are omnidirectional and propagates in the sky mode that can travel long distances without changing its original property. In this, when a sending antenna transmits radio waves, they propagate in all directions, can be received by any receiving antenna. Radio waves can penetrate through walls that cannot prevent isolation of a communication inside or outside a closed boundary, which has merits as well as demerits. Radio waves have a narrow bandwidth, but they can be subdivided. It transmits different frequencies and can be filtered by using tuners to isolate a particular frequency. It is commonly used for amplitude modulation and frequency modulation radio, television, maritime radio, cordless phone, and paging. It is basically used for voice communication. In the adjacent diagram, we can observe there is a radio antenna transmitting electromagnetic waves in a particular frequency spreading in all the directions. Other antennas that are placed within its range and with proper tuners filters the specific frequency and makes it possible to receive the waves. Next unguided media is microwaves. Electromagnetic wave having frequencies between 1 GHz to 300 GHz are called microwaves. Microwaves are unidirectional and propagates in line of sight. That is, the tower with the antennas must be in direct sight of each other, due to which that are far apart need to be very tall. It has very high frequency and a data transmission rate, but cannot penetrate walls. It is basically used for one-to-one communication, such as cellular phones, satellite networks, and wireless local area network. For microwave transmission, two types of antennas are used. Number one, parabolic disc, and number two, horn disc. Parabolic disc is based on the geometry of parabola, where every line is parallel to the line of symmetry, that is, the line of sight. It reflects the curve at angle such that all the lines intersecting in a common point called the focus. Due to its parabolic shape, it catches a wide range of waves, directing them to a common point by which more signals are converged at a single point, that is receiver. Here, the outgoing transmissions are broadcast through a horn aimed outward at the disc. The microwaves hit the disc and are deflected outward in a reversal of recipient path. In case of Horn disk, it appears like a gigantic scoop. In this, the outgoing transmissions are broadcast of a stem that resembles of a handle and deflected outward in a series of narrow parallel beams by the curved head. Then the received transmissions are collected by scooped shaped of the horn in the same manner to the parabolic disc and then are deflected down in the stem. In the adjacent diagram, we can have a look of the parabolic disc and horn disc. After microwave, we will discuss about infrared. Infrared waves have frequencies from 300 GHz to 400 THz, having wavelength 1 mm to 770 nanometer. Infrared has high frequency that cannot penetrate walls and affected by sun rays, hence used for shorter distance communication such as communication within a room or a limited enclosed proximity such as TV remote operations, data transfer between two cell phones, etc. Infrared provides better security with minimum interference. It has high potential for digital data transmission with a high data rate. Nowadays, it is also used to communicate between the devices like keyboard, mice, PCs and printers. To use this special port called IRDA, that is Infrared Data Association port, is used that allows wireless communication within PCs. Now we will discuss about Bluetooth, which is also a prime example of unguided media. Bluetooth was started as a project by the Ericsson company and uses the IEEE 802.15 protocol standards. It is a wireless LAN topology used to connect devices of different functions as telephones, notebooks, printers, computers, cameras, etc. placed at a shorter distance from one another. It is an ad hoc network that forms spontaneously among the devices which find each other and made a network. It is also used to connect peripheral devices like wireless mouse, keyboard and secure devices using sensors. Bluetooth uses two types of networks, Piconet and scattered net. Piconet is a small network that is used to connect maximum of 8 stations, one of which is called the primary and the rest are called a secondary. All the secondary stations synchronize their clocks and a hopping sequence with the primary. The communication between primary and secondary stations can be one-to-one or one-to-many. As we know, there can be maximum of 7 secondaries. So if required, additional secondaries can be in the parked state. A secondary in the parked state is synchronized with a primary but cannot take part in communication until it is moved from the parked state to the active state. Next is scattered net. Scattered net is formed by combining more than one piconet. In this, the second station of one piconet can be the primary of another piconet. In this, station receives messages from the primary in the first piconet as a secondary and acting as a primary and deliver them to secondaries in the second piconet. If required, a station can be a member of two piconet simultaneously. In the diagrams drawn below is providing a pictorial view of piconet and scattered net. In piconet, the highlighted station is the primary and the rest are secondary to it, whereas in scattered net there are 3 piconets numbered as piconet 1, piconet 2 and piconet 3. The red stations are primary for piconet 1 and piconet 3 respectively, whereas S/M station is the slab for piconet 1 but master for piconet 2. Next unguided media is satellite link. As we know, natural disasters and different geographical limitations like desert, sea, mountains and forest are putting bottleneck to safe transmission. The satellite and microwave systems are used to overcome these limitations and continue uninterrupted transmission. A satellite link refers the technologies that helps to deliver satellite broadcast over various frequencies, including the Ku band and C band. It comprises one uplink which delivers the original broadcast signals into space and one downlink which sends those signals to individual customers, and have a multiple independent reception and transmission devices known as transponders. It uses the synchronous satellite to relay the radio wave and microwave transmitted from one ground station to another. In satellite communication, the Earth station consists of a satellite disk that functions as an antenna and a communication equipment to transmit and receive data from one satellite passing overhead. For this, a number of satellites have been placed in geostationary orbits that is about 22,300 miles above the Earth's surface. These satellites act as a relay station or mirror for communication signals. The satellite accepts data or signal transmitted from an Earth station, amplify them and transmit them to another Earth station. Satellite transmission covers quite a large area but requires high installation cost and cause high atmospheric losses, about 30 GHz frequencies. In this, security is usually provided by coding and decoding equipment. By using this, we can transmit textual, audio, video, fax, and emails. This is widely used for satellite TV and satellite radio services, file transfer, WWW, and internet applications. In the adjacent diagram, we can observe there are two ground stations at two different locations, that is at USA and Europe. Here, one ground station is treated as sender who uplinks the signal and other as receiver who downlink the signal. In this, communication is taking place by using the satellites placed at geostationary orbit. Here the movement of the satellite must matches with the speed and movement of the Earth. Finally, we will discuss about exotic media. Exotic media is an alternative media that may be helpful to deal with the challenges and limitations of guided and unguided media. Here the word exotic means unusual and exciting because of coming from far away, areas with high latencies with predictable interruption caused due to environmental conditions like interplanetary networks, military ad hoc networks. It is used in computer networking. IP over avian carriers, abbreviated as IPOAC, is a proposal to carry internet protocol by using birds, especially home pigeons. This is one of the tried and suggested media for future when the information density increases in many folds. It is an extension of the internet to interplanetary dimensions via radio waves. In this, there is a large round-trip delay time which gives slow two-way communication but does not prevent sending large amount of information. After having a detailed discussion, we can conclude computer networking and internet becomes an indispensable part of our day-to-day activities. The success of communication depends on many factors. Among them, transmission media and their respective properties plays a vital role. People, those who are concerned or dealing with this, if have proper exposure, then they can select the most appropriate transmission media as per their requirement and convenience, which will increase the performance of communication and facilitate congestion-free transmission. With this, I remain. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Thank you for your patient hearing. Also suggest the topic of interest you want to explain me in future.